Now at 5 o'clock, breaking news from overnight. Police investigating an officer-involved shooting in Everett. We're live with the very latest from the scene.
Searching for a suspect, Lawrence police looking for a hit-and-run driver who critically injured a woman.
Also breaking, several people rushed to the hospital after an explosion rocks an oil rig in Louisiana.
And the Patriots getting the benefit of a controversial call, moving them into first place as they outlast the Jets.
Battling for the pylon.
This is 7 News Today in New England.
Good morning, everyone. On this Monday morning, I'm Jennifer Egan.
And I'm Nicole Oliveria. A lot to get to, but first, it was still a little muggy out this morning.
It was.
I turned the AC back on last night.
I don't blame you. You know what? It's still pretty warm out there.
It wasn't a good windows open night for sleeping, Ren.
You know, I agree with you. I actually did turn the AC on as well, but we're not really going to need it through the next couple of days. So it's a warmer start than yesterday by close to 10 degrees. But despite that, we're actually looking at a cooler day. Temperatures are going to top off into the afternoon. They're going to drop off, back into the mid-50s for most of us. Right now, upper 50s in Worcester, upper 60s here in Boston. We are waking up to some spot showers. They're widely scattered and light. You still may want the rain gear, but a windbreaker might do as well, especially because it is breezy out there still this morning. The showers are going to shift farther southwest as this cold southeast as this cold front tracks through the Bay State. That's going to move through some cooler air into the afternoon. High pressure builds from our west, and then we're off to a very quiet and pleasant pattern here, feeling more like fall by tomorrow. Right now, it is very blustery out there. We're seeing sustained winds out of the west mainly, up to about 20 miles per hour, some wind gusts closer to 30 miles per hour, and then temperatures that fall off into the afternoon with partly sunny skies as we head into the later part of the day.
All right, Ren, thank you. And we have new details on the Route 3 bridge in Braintree. It's back open this morning. Transit officials say the project to replace the bridge was finished ahead of schedule around 1 o'clock this morning. And it is time now for Fast Track Traffic. Here's Elena Pinto with more.
Good morning, Jen. So not too much going on out there. This is the very top of the expressway. Overnight work crews have wrapped up, so traffic is moving pretty well right there. So let's go to those maps. You'll see lots of green on the expressway. 324 and 95 look good. The Pike looks great all the way into the city. 2 and 3, no issues there, and no issues all the way on 93 from 495 in. So your drive time, very quick, 10 minutes on the expressway, 12 on the Pike, about 11 on 93.
And breaking news, police on the scene in Everett after an officer-involved shooting. We want to head right out now to 7's John Coco, who's live at the scene with what we know so far. John.
So, Nicole, earlier this morning, state and local police were all over this area. They were focused right here behind me at this Rite Aid sign. And you can see in this video, Everett police on scene in front of the Rite Aid right here on Broadway. The area is taped off with multiple officers on scene. At this point, we know this is an Everett police officer-involved shooting. According to state police, they were notified at around midnight. We did see one person being put into the back of a police van. Investigators were taking pictures of some nearby bushes. Evidence markers were also placed in that area. We're still working to find out all the details as to what exactly happened here. The suspect who was shot, we're told by state police at the time they were responding, was still alive. So right now, this is still a developing situation. When we get more details, of course, we'll make sure to bring those to you. For now, we are live here in Everett. John Coco, 7 News, Today New England.
John, thank you. And right now, police in Lawrence searching for a suspect after a hit-and-run crash left a woman in critical condition. Police say it happened Saturday night as the 45-year-old victim was crossing the street. This morning, that woman remains in the hospital in critical condition.
And 7's Victoria Warren is live this morning with more.
Good morning, Nicole. This woman was crossing the street right behind me on Saturday night, and that's when witnesses told police that a car hit her. The car just took off. This morning, police continue to search for that suspect as this woman's family is pleading for information. Lauren's mother and grandmother, Janet Rose, seriously hurt after police say a car hit her and then took off.
She's doing bad. She has severe injuries. I mean, she's not breathing on her own. She's breathing through a tube, and it's bad.
Her son Christian happened to be walking on Amesbury Street and saw a crowd of people. That's when he says he learned it was his mother lying in the street.
So I've seen her bleeding through her head and just lying there lifeless.
Right now it's just the waiting game to see what happens, you know. So right now all we're doing is just praying and hoping for the best.
It was just after 8:30 Saturday night. Witnesses say it was a gray Toyota sedan.
A lady was crossing the street and the car was coming right here. The lady crossed, the car hit her. She looked like a doll. She flipped.
Louisa Martel doesn't even know the victim, but says she's so angry over what she saw happen.
He should have stopped and see if she was okay or not. He just took off like she was a piece of garbage, and she's not.
Police say the car's mirror is likely broken. Janet Rose's family begging anyone with information to come forward.
Because that's my mother, and she's a beautiful person. She got a beautiful heart, and she didn't deserve that.
Her son says right now his mom in the hospital can only move her hands and her fingers, and that doctors have told him that she has a very long road of recovery ahead of her. Live this morning in Lawrence, Victoria Warren, 7 News Today, New England.
Victoria, thank you. Police are investigating after a deadly crash in Weymouth. It happened on Route 3 South on Sunday evening. Police say the vehicle hit another car before rolling over. The 65-year-old driver was thrown from the car and pronounced dead at the scene. No one in the other vehicle was injured. Police are trying to figure out what caused that woman to lose control.
A troubling threat at a high school in New Hampshire. Now a 15-year-old student is under arrest, accused of making the violent threats on social media. Officers say the student directed the threats toward Nashua High School North, and they weren't directed at any specific teacher or student. But the high school principal did issue this statement on Sunday that read, "One of our students posted on Facebook what we consider to be a serious threat directed at Nashua North." Police are currently investigating the situation.
We're also following breaking news out of Louisiana this morning. Several people there injured and rushed to the hospital after an explosion on an oil rig near New Orleans. 7's Carrie Corrado is here now with the very latest. Carrie?
Well, Jen, good morning. Investigators are still working to confirm what exactly caused this blast. 7 people are injured and 1 person is missing after an oil rig exploded on a lake. And it sparked a massive fire last night. Fire officials say a crew was working with cleaning chemicals when the explosion happened. Right now, crews are trying to contain the flames and search for the missing person.
Our first objective from the firefighting standpoint is we're trying to stop the oil flow if there's any. And at that point, we're going to have to cool it and let it burn off. We have several boats still conducting the search and rescue mission, along with our helicopter and the Coast Guard and other boats out there.
And officials say the leak would not affect the city's drinking water since their water supply comes from the Mississippi River. Carrie Corrado, 7 News Today, New England.
7 News now turning to California and the very latest on the deadly wildfires that are still tearing through the northern part of the state. Nearly 11,000 firefighters are working to try and get those flames under control. At last word, crews did seem to be gaining some ground, but so far we know that 40 people have died and hundreds more remain unaccounted for. A new fire has several thousand more people now fleeing the flames in Northern California. It broke out in Santa Rosa between 2 other wildfires that have been burning for days. The governor and senators toured the fire-ravaged area as they called the fires one of the greatest tragedies ever faced by Californians.
Listen to whatever the police chief or the fire chief tells you. The fire is unpredictable, depending upon the winds, depending on various factors.
Close to 6,000 homes and other structures have been destroyed, making these historic wildfires some of the deadliest in state history. People there receiving support, but say they will need more help.
We need you for the long haul. This is not going to be easy for us.
Thousands of people are returning home after firefighters gave the okay. Like this family, finding their home destroyed.
Here's what's left of the house. Nothing.
And although not expecting to find the family dog alive.
Izzy's here. Izzy! Izzy! Izzy, come here, baby! Oh my God! Izzy! Oh my God! Hey, baby!
A joyful reunion after seeing that she somehow survived.
It was one of the greatest moments of my life. It was elation.
Again, just to recap, we know that at least 40 people have died because of those wildfires and more than 200 are still missing.
Also this morning, the wife of Patriots rookie linebacker Harvey Longy offering an update on their conditions. The two were injured in a crash Friday night in Foxborough. His wife wrote, quote, "Thanks to everyone for the love and support. We're both focused on recovering from this." Police say Longy and his wife were rear-ended at an intersection. 3 cars were involved in the crash. Longy did not play in yesterday's game against the Jets. Head coach Bill Belichick sent well wishes on behalf of the team in a post-game interview.
All right. First of all, just wanted to, on behalf of the team, express the thoughts and prayers that are with Harvey and Cassie from the accident that happened over the weekend. We pray that they're being looked over and that they're doing better. It sounds like they are, but it was a very unfortunate situation, one that really, I think, shook everybody.
Longy was released from Rhode Island Hospital on Saturday.
The Patriots grounding the Jets to take over first place in the AFC East, but they did have some help from that questionable call in their matchup at the Meadowlands. This fourth quarter play originally called a touchdown for the Jets, but it was reversed on replay. The officials calling it a fumble and a touchback, giving the ball to the Patriots. And while it wasn't a pretty game, the Pats did manage to hold on from there and improve their record to 4-2 on the year. 7's Chelsea McDonald has more now from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey.
I wish we'd have done better, but we won.
By no means was it pretty, but it was a win.
I wish we could have played a little better offensively, but we battled, we got down early and then fought back.
Everything didn't go as well as you thought it would. Every play didn't go as well as you wanted to, but what's most important is coming out with the win.
Tom Brady orchestrating yet another come-from-behind win by scoring 24 straight points. The victory, another milestone for the future Hall of Famer, breaking a tie with Peyton Manning and Brett Favre by setting an NFL record 187 regular season wins.
Very fortunate to have Tom, at the helm on a lot of those wins.
But the Patriots still have issues with inconsistency on their defense. They allowed the Jets to score early, but facing adversity, they didn't panic.
It's all about playing four quarters. We play games where we haven't played four quarters and, got out to early leads and not finish the way we wanted and lose. And we also been down before.
And that resiliency has helped the Patriots take sole possession of first place in the AFC East.
It's just about, getting the win and finding a way to win each week and, making improvements and getting better. And there's some things we did better that we really talked about this week.
And with the win, the Patriots earned their 11th straight road victory, but they still have a lot of work to do, especially on defense, before the Atlanta Falcons come into town on Sunday. Reporting at MetLife Stadium, Chelsea McDonald, 7 News Today in New England.
There is much more ahead on the news station. Colin Kaepernick claiming collusion. The free agent quarterback filing a grievance against the NFL, saying he's being punished for taking a knee during the national anthem.
Attorneys for the family of Aaron Hernandez set to refile their lawsuit against the league and the Patriots.
And students at Framingham State on edge after some disturbing messages of hate are found inside a dorm.
And we're waking up to very mild temperatures, but we're going to see those drop as we head into this afternoon to a cooler afternoon forecast. More details after this.
And if you plan on walking out the door right now, you should have a pretty quick commute. Plus, the construction on Route 3 is finished. We'll be right back.